This is my $300 '94 Silverado Z71. Actually runs. There's no rust on it. I'm in Ohio. That's not common, obviously. There's a lot of electrical crap. That's the problem. I'm gonna have to go through that. They converted it back to carburetor from fuel injection, and the torque converter doesn't seem like it locks up, and it accelerates super slow. So that's something I have to figure out. The body's pretty straight. There's some dents and dings, but there's literally no rust. The interior though is trashed. There was animals living in here, 100%. The big thing is just cleaning it up and then doing some wiring to it. The brakes are a bit soft, and when it shifts, it doesn't shift the best. I think it might be low on ATF, which is what I'm kind of hoping. But I think the first thing I'm going to do is definitely clean it out because it is horrible in there. It smells bad and it's pretty nasty. But yeah, $300. I got a pretty good deal on this. I'm kind of excited to get into it and get it running right. I haven't vacuumed it yet, but I pulled most of the junk out of it. The headliner was really a lot of stuff in here was really moist and just beyond dirty. Found a lot of electrical tape, a lot of clothes, a little bit of everything. A bunch of different parts receipts, which is kind of interesting. I'll have to go through that. Pulled the headliner out. It was pretty awful. There's a lot of crap in the back, a lot of leaves. Still haven't got that fully cleaned out. There's a toolbox back there, which is kind of cool. It actually seems like it works pretty well. There's not a lot of water in it. Found an intake, distributor cap, a bunch of different sealant. I know the radiator, and there's a thermostat. The radiator doesn't seem like it's working 100%. At the very least, it needs to be flushed. There's a radiator flush in here, but it seemed to be running hot the times I did run it. Just a bunch of crap, but it's like beyond dirty in here, and just miscellaneous wires. But I got most of it out. I gotta vacuum it now. Finished vacuuming it. It is still nasty in here. I guess I could have vacuumed it more, but I think I decided that I'm going to pull the seats out in the center console and then some of this trim. I don't think it should be too difficult. And then I'm going to take the carpet out and try to clean it along with the seats. Hopefully it cleans it up a bit. I got the headliner out. It doesn't look bad up there. There's a lot of moisture in here. I don't know where it's coming from. The windows possibly. I'm not sure. Got the passenger side seat out and the seat belts. They're like size 15 bolts, and there's like plastic coverings over them, which I broke because they weren't being very fun. And then there's like the star bits for the seat belts. I'm about to get this one out. Seems like it's not connected too far back there. Hopefully I don't have to take a bunch of trim off back there. And this trim's probably gonna have to come off, and it's not connected up here. So I'll probably have to take the shifter for the four-wheel drive out as well. But it's coming together, it's going. Hopefully I can get it out soon. I think I got this out to the point where I can get it to come out. I'm not sure though. Out. Yep. Oh. Nice. Oh. Oh. One. Now. Down. But the floor though is like brand new in here, which is pretty sweet. This doesn't seem bad, which means I'm not gonna take it out. The floor seems fine. Found another lighter. This guy likes his lighters. It actually is really clean in here. I'm gonna vacuum this out, air that out, and I don't know, probably pressure wash it or something. Along with all the trim. I might end up painting some of the trim. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. But that wasn't as bad as I thought. That probably took 20 minutes. That side was bad over there on the panel right here, because two of the screws got stripped, so I drilled them out. But it wasn't bad overall. So I realized I did not get this thing running. Kind of hard without seeing here, but started it up today for the first time in like a week. Took a little bit to get it going, but it wasn't bad. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, it's mega hot wired up here. The radiator seemed to be leaky, but got the distributor and the fuel pump hot wired in. That's something I gotta figure out how I want to do that. If I'm just gonna do a full harness or just kind of rig stuff together. Yeah, they converted the fuel injection back to carburetor. It sounds good though, it's motor, but the car's got like 400,000 miles on it. But I'm pretty happy with it. Oops. Get the pressure washer out. Everything out of the truck that's nasty except for the rear seat, because I don't like taking that out. I think it's gonna be a pain in the butt to put back in. And I'm going to pressure wash everything. A little stuff's gonna be kind of difficult. It's gonna try to run away from me, but we'll figure it out. Look what I found in the center console. A bunch of coins. My inner child loves that. It's very exciting. I try to use some random stuff that I found and downstream this through the pressure washer, and hopefully to help it to clean it a little bit better, because it is just nasty. I thought about replacing the carpet, but if I can get it clean enough, then I shouldn't have to worry about it. And then I'll probably end up painting the bottoms of the seats and all that, but I guess we'll see what happens. You just got everything pressure washed and up in the air. Holy crap, is that carpet still dirty, but it actually doesn't smell horrible. I didn't realize how much water these things would hold on to. I have a vacuum I'm gonna try to use. I just bought, so I'm a little bit excited to use it. But cleaned off the plastic really well. I mean, to put in perspective how dirty this was, it took me like 3 or 4 days to realize that the truck was heavily smoked in. That's how bad the mouse or whatever animal was stuck in it. Slept in it, made a house in it. That's how bad it smelled. I still can't smell any smoke on any of this stuff, but I can just, I don't know, especially the trim, I could just see the yellow hue to it. But it does actually smell a little bit better, so. The vacuum actually works really well in the seats. I guess it makes sense. It's meant to suck up water. I just didn't know if it would suck up enough water, but it actually seems like it's making a significant dent in the water in there. It's still moist, but it's significantly soggier over here than it was over here. So I'm gonna go vacuum this stuff up for a while. Just finished vacuuming the seats, and it's significantly better. I actually pulled a lot of the stains out. You should have seen the water was come pulling out. It's still pretty nasty down in the crack, but it looks a lot better, and it's a lot less soggy. This is the water though. It's horrible. It looks like freaking iced tea. That's crazy. Just got the truck pulled back up. Pretty clear in here. I sprayed a bunch of stuff. Sprayed a bunch of vinegar. I don't know if that was a good idea, but it doesn't smell like mice anymore. Still a bunch of crap I gotta vacuum out of there, but I'm gonna try to drop the seat down. The one handle's broken, because I think that's pretty nasty, and I want to try to get that deeply cleaned. But if not, you can end up pressure washing everything in here. I'm not sure about the dash. I'm a little bit concerned about pressure washing that, but the doors and the back is kind of the game plan. And then I'm gonna end up doing the bed. It's got a bunch of leaves and crap in it right now. plastic down and all that, but finally got the broken seat to come out, and it cleaned up pretty well. It wasn't that dirty. There was so much gunk down in those holes. It filled up the entire bag. I'm sure there's probably some skeletons in there that I don't want to deal with, but it smells like vinegar in here though, so that's fun. Hopefully it goes out. I guess it's better than mouse smell and smoke, but it's kind of interesting. After all the cleaning I did, I ended up spending 2 days cleaning this. After 2 days of cleaning, the truck still looks like what you would consider like a normal dirty car or truck. But it smells a million times better in here. It does look better. It's not perfect, but mostly good. Just finally got the carpet back in. It's still stained, but it fit in back mostly well. It wasn't that difficult. A little bit of maneuvering and stuff, but it's back in, and I'm getting the trim in right now. Just got finished putting the seats in, wiping it down. I didn't bolt the seats all the way down because I think I might have to take them out once I do the wiring harness. But it cleaned up really well in here. The seat covers look pretty good. I'm really happy with those. But the carpet that was nasty, for the most part, it's underneath that seat. You really can't tell. The back looks good, even though I broke the handle for the seat, so it's literally stuck like that. But yeah, it came out really well. It's significantly better than what it was before. Still have to put a headliner in it eventually, but right now, like, it's drivable. Like before, I was the only one who was willing to get in the truck. So now that it's clean, it'll be a little bit easier to move around. Still probably have to do wiring harness and then brakes and then a radiator. But it's getting closer. Hopefully I don't have to do a wiring harness. Hopefully I can figure it out. Right now the distributor is hot wired in and the fuel pump. But beyond that, like taillights and stuff aren't working. There's just wire nuts all over the place in the wiring. So I'm not exactly sure what my plan is there, but interior is pretty much done. Trim came in, none of that broke. The doors cleaned up really well. Still have a broken door handle on the driver's side that I'm gonna take a look at right now. Other than that, it is pretty decent in here now.